Step back. Some light hydration is also good to have a little bit of water with you. Now, today we're going to be working our lower body with some squatting movements and some lunge movements, and we're also going to go back to some bicep curls. And remember, we're going to move into some hammer curls, preacher curls. We're going to tackle all the different parts of our biceps and arms. Okay, but to get us started, we do want to warm up, and it's a little bit of a combination of some light stretching and then joint health work as we move through our cars this morning. Arms by your side. Let's just stay here for a moment, breathe a little bit. You can rock side to side if you'd like to. I usually do this just to kind of get warmed up, and I want to feel the floor underneath me and then the pressure of the feet into the floor, maybe even bending the knees a little bit and trying to push down into the floor to get this grounding or rooting effect, if you will. Okay, so a little bit of pressure into the floor. Bring your right hand onto your belly, left hand to your lower back. Start to breathe in and out deeply through your nose. Take your time, breathe deeply, make the breath long, make it slow. And again, in your mind's eye, you're trying to just push that air down, down, down as far as you can. And then a little bit into the right hand, and then of course a little bit into your back as well. Let's keep the chest area calm. Bring your breath, everyone, nice and low into your body. Take your hands to your side. Breathe into the side spaces of your body as much as you can. So we're trying to get a full 360 type breath all the way deep into our body. Maybe hold at the second with your lungs full. Hold for a second or two and fully exhale. Let's take the arms down by our side. Lift the shoulders all the way up to your earlobes. Tuck your head down. Take that big breath again all the way down into your belly. And then when you exhale, drop and lower the shoulders down. Good stuff. Okay, let's turn the head to that left side. Really stretch this out. Nice big stretch, stretch, stretch. And turn your head to the right side. We stretch this out on the other side. Come back to center position. Look up. And then we drop the ear a little bit side to side. Do this slow. Really stretch it out. Keep dropping the ear to the shoulder. And then go to the other side. And stretch this out. Get the tissue nice and long. Back again to the other side. One more time to the right. And the center. Now look down. Tuck your chin into your chest. And again, roll a little bit with the ear to one side. Chin tucking into chest in this position. And ear goes to the other side. Maybe peek up a little bit, but keep the chin down. You should feel a pretty good stretch here. Other side. And again, back to the other side. And then back to center. Okay, one that we haven't done often, which is also quite good. I'm going to just turn to the side. So I'm going to press my, sort of the center, I guess from the nose forward. Get really long, and then draw your head back as if you're creating a double chin. So this mobility also is really quite good. So I'm not pushing my chin forward, I'm actually pushing my nose forward. So more center of the head here. Get really long in the tissue, tuck back in. Forward and back. Think about your neck trying to be as long as you can do it. Okay, good stuff. Take your arms behind you. Hold on to your forearms. And you're going to start to turn your body to one side. So turn your body to the right, but turn your head to the left. Look past your left shoulder as you continue to rotate your upper body, and then look past your left shoulder. And then go the opposite side. So rotate the upper body so the rib cage is turning, this time to the left, and turn your head to the right. This is also that really good golf stretch of the head turning opposite to the torso. We got one more side. So the rib cage is turning this way. Think about that back swing, and then start to look in the other direction. So actually, if you were doing that back swing, your head would be looking down. So we want this long neck tissue to be able to get the separation of the neck and the torso. Okay, one more time, other side. Drop the head in the opposite direction. So you keep pulling the left shoulder back, but turn the head to the right. And then we go back to center. Okay, we'll shake that out a little bit. Okay, let's lift the hands up to about shoulder height, and we're going to move through the hands at first. A little bit of finger movement, spreading fingers wide. I'm noticing a lot of people, for some reason, cannot take their fingers really wide. The hands are like here. I was working with someone here yesterday, actually. The local doctor. I was doing yoga with the local doctor who wants to get in good shape. And he couldn't spread his fingers very wide. I thought that was very unusual. Not unusual, but it's actually a little bit more common than we think. Okay, so again, you go wide, squeeze, wide, squeeze. You want to feel the separation of tissue between your fingers. Okay, now let's make a fist. And we alternate from one hand, open, close, open, close. Remember, we're trying to do this slowly so you can exaggerate the movement, get into this tissue so it's nice and long. And then we'll do both open, close at the same time. Make two fists, and then let's move the hands up and down. Again, same idea, slow flexion, extension, flexion and extension. And then you do a little bit of side rotation, and then back in. And then we do some circles with the wrists, Okay, drop the elbows down. Hold on to the right wrist or around the forearm. Open the hand. The hand is wide open. Turn the palm up. Now draw the hand in and then down. So extension, flexion. And I'm not curling my hand or fingers. I'm keeping it straight. Think about bringing the center of your palm towards your chest and then away from you and then in. And then just do some rotational type movement. Inside, outside. As long as you do it slow, there's really no right or wrong way to do this type of stuff. And I go a little bit side this way and then this way. Just trying to create as much natural range of motion without having to actually grab and force anything. My own muscle strength. Okay, other side. Hold on to the forearm or wrist. Open the palm. Turn it up. Draw the hand toward you, away from you, and also notice any differences in mobility. For me, this one side is much more mobile than the other side. And then I do a little bit of side, off to the other side, and then some rotation. When our bodies get tight, everything is connected, so we want to really just loosen up all. Siri, never mind. Siri always kicks in. Okay, and then we release and let that go. Good stuff. Move around a little bit. The left hand goes high up on the chest here so we can extend the right arm straight up without moving the rib cage if possible. So we lift up nice and high. Let's get the length through this tissue here. Reach back to a nice big breath and then lower the arm down as you reach behind you. Again, slow, nice big stretch here as well as some joint health work as we move up and down. Reach. So think about reaching up to the ceiling without extending your spine. Just through the arm and shoulders. Should feel really good here. Nice big stretch. Drop it down. One more time as we go up. And we're going to switch this side. Right arm comes down. Take the right hand. Bring it high up on your chest. And the thumb is up here in this position. So I lift up. Reach, 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 reach. And then I go down. And then go back. This is more movement through the rotator cuff of the shoulder, and we're going to get through the shoulder girdle, which also includes the shoulder blades behind us in just a quick sec. Okay, good stuff, and we let that go. Let's take the arms to the side, and you're going to try again without moving your spine in any movement. Just take the arms nice and wide, 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 and then bring your arms forward and across. Keep the elbows straight. So just go as far as you can, stretch this out, open it up again, and then cross in the other direction or the other orientation of the arms, one on top of the other. And then we switch. Again, open up one more time. This moves the shoulder blades off our back quite nicely. Okay, and then we drop and let that go. A couple more. Let's bend at the elbows. Keep the elbows roughly at about shoulder height. And let's just drop the arms down as we get a little bit of rotational work here. And then we open up nice and wide. Again, try and not move the rib cage at all. And we just get the arms back and then the arms down. Make sure you're breathing. Look straight ahead. And there. And we're going to do one more and open that up. Okay, good stuff. And here's the other one, Ian and Patricia. This is a really good one for you. You're going to bend your knees. Hold on to your knees just lightly with the hands. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop the right shoulder, look past the right shoulder. So the left shoulder is coming back. I'm trying to get this full rotation here and turn that head in that opposite direction so you get that really good stretch. And then you come back through neutral. I'm going to drop the left shoulder, pull the right shoulder back. So I'm tighter for sure on this side as soon as I do this. So this is also a good way for those of us that like to play golf a little bit, that we're trying to find this rotational movement. So this restriction here is going to restrict my backswing because I can't move so far. And I'm going to go this way. And wow, what a difference of how much more I can move into this direction. And other side a little bit, do it nice and slow. Turn the head in the opposite direction. One more time. And then one more time. Good stuff. And come back. Wow, I'm really tight on that one side, and I noticed it all the way through that one side. Okay, let's move through the spine a bit. So you're going to bring your hands behind you. Just lightly tickle the back of your head there, and then take the arms wide, look up, take a nice big breath. And then you're going to start to roll, bring the elbows together, roll forward, roll the spine. And then come on up and open the arms, look up. A little bit of a back bend here is good. And then we go down again. And then we go back up again. And one more time down, about 3-4 times. Nice and slow, rolling the spine. And come up one more time. Okay, good stuff. And we'll move into our pelvic tilt as we move a little bit lower down. Again, you can bring your hands to your waist if you like, or you can just lean forward a little bit and bring your hands to your knees. I'm going to arch my back, take a nice big breath, and then I'm going to tuck my tailbone under. And then I'm going to release that again and just cycle through a few of those, trying to really isolate the movement right here into the pelvis, no upper body movement. Just really contracting abdominal muscles to create the pelvic tilt, and then relax the muscles, and then move. And slow movement. Really good stuff. And let's do the last one. And there we go. And then we come on up. All right, we're going to get a little bit lower again. So we're going to bring our hands to our waist. Let's rock a little bit side to side. You can rock off of the bottoms of the feet if you like, just to get a sensation of what that's like to still control the movement. And again, notice I'm not tipping over, just trying to stay nice on top here, shoulders on top of hips. And let's just move into some circles now. Nice big slow circles. I'm trying to create the biggest circle that I can possibly do. And also point of observation, just see how you feel. This is kind of like a check. Every time we do this, you're kind of checking in just to see how you feel. So I typically am a little bit tighter on the left hip side, and today it feels much, much tighter. And I noticed that when we were doing that shoulder movement a second ago. So I'm definitely tighter on this side. I'm going to go in the other direction now. And these are good points of observations because if, let's say you are going to do some activity today, like maybe playing around or something like that, and you feel super tight on one side, you may want to stretch one side a little bit more just before you do your activity, whatever it happens to be. Okay, and then we come back to center. We're going to work on stretching the feet again. We're going to lift up the right heel, crunch the toes under a little bit. We haven't done this for a bit, so we should get back right into this so we can stretch the top of the foot. And I'm pressing in slightly. About a 3 out of 10 is on the tension scale, so not too much to get us warmed up. About 30 seconds, a nice and slow stretch here, not too aggressive. And then I lift, take the pressure off, a little bit of rotation through the ankle, up and down. And this is also good when you're balancing. Some rotational work, move the ankle around. Hold on to something if this is a bit of a challenge for balance, but roll the ankle. Again, do it slow. And then bring the foot down. You're gonna lift the left heel, get those toes underneath you. And not too aggressive, just some light pressure here. About 3 out of 10 is super good. Just stretch it out lightly. And about 30 seconds here. If you feel nothing, bend your knees a little bit more just to get that nice stretch. Again, you're going to balance your position or hold on to something as you lift the left leg up and do some rotation through the ankle. It's a side to side, a flexion and extension, any movement through the ankle as best you can. Okay, and then we'll drop that down. We'll lift the right heel one more time. And before I put a little bit of pressure here, I'm going to do an internal rotation. So I'm rotating the thigh in. I lock my thighs together, then bend both knees slightly as I press the right heel forward. So this is more of a top and side stretch to the connective tissue in our feet. So it goes right through that ankle space there quite nicely. And then I'm going to come out of tension, externally rotate. Think about opening a book here. So you want to squeeze behind you to create this open movement. Then you press in again a little bit. You don't have to be overly aggressive, but maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10. Then we hold that a little bit. But even though my legs are not turning, I'm still externally rotating. So the energy is still here. I'm still squeezing back here. Now I'm going to relax the tissue as I squeeze internally, bend and come down, press the heel out. And we hold for about that 30 seconds or so. A slightly uncomfortable position is where you want to be in. Not too aggressive, but slightly uncomfortable. Because if you feel nothing, then nothing's actually happening. So you want to come up, externally rotate, 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 rotate. Keep that energy strong with the external rotation as you bend now a little bit more. So this is opening up this space a lot, as well as stretching the connective tissue at the top of the foot. So I feel it back here quite a bit when I'm doing this. And then I come back to neutral. I'm going to lift the foot up one more time. Just move the toes around, move the foot around. Find a little balancing movement. And I'm going to switch it up. So we're going to switch. We lift left heel, not too much pressure, internal rotation. Lock your thighs, bend your knees slightly, press your left heel forward a bit, and then we stretch out the top of the foot to the outside more, to the heel. Again, internal rotation is maintained here, even though legs have stopped moving. So the energy, all that work we did yesterday the other day for inner thighs, this is where that muscle strength comes in for the inner thighs. Okay, take out, open the book. And here again, for me, I'm starting to feel this. Even by doing this, I feel it super tight right here in this space for me today. And I'm going to bend a little bit. There. External rotation. Up. Internal rotation. Keep the energy going. Slight bend in the knees as we press that heel forward. Should feel pretty good. Nice stretch, stretch, stretch. And you're going to come up one more time. Let's open that up again. Open book, open, open, open. Whoops, see I'm cramping up a little bit, so you're just going to do that if you're cramping. And my whole left side seems a little bit off this morning. Okay, interesting. Good to know. And I'm going to come back, find a little balance as I lift the foot up, rotate through the ankle in a nice big circle in one direction, then you go the other direction, and then you point and flex. And then we bring the foot down, And we are all done with cars for this morning. Good stuff. This is such good work. It's amazing. I'm glad we're doing it. I feel really good when I do it. I just feel much more open. Don't even really have to stretch too much as the joints start to open up. Okay, have a sip of water. Make sure your nose is clear. We're going to go 20 minutes into our cardio series. I'm just going to move my music and soundtrack around a little bit so we can get a little bit more volume on that. And 20 minutes. Let's get the clock going. And everyone's just going to start to march away. Arms and legs move. Let's get the heart rate up. There we go. There's our timer. Good. And we just start to move. Let's just get warmed up for the first minute. And we just start to go. Try and get that nice vertical movement here. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, when we get started, I want to draw your attention to your breathing. Try and breathe through your nose as long as you can maintain nasal breathing, okay? As long as you can do that, super, super good. Eventually, when we start to pick it up a little bit, we may move into mouth breathing. And when you move into mouth breathing, that's okay, but every once in a while, close your mouth and breathe in through your nose, even when we get into a bit more of a vigorous movement. Try and get into the habit as much as you can of breathing through your nose. It's a great way to keep our nervous system down, calm, and it controls the heart rate quite nicely. All right, from our space, wherever you happen to be, you're just going to walk back and forth a little bit. Try not to look down. There's really kind of no need to do that. You just want to go back and forth. Nice solid movement. Back and forth. And keep looking forward, maybe even slightly up a little bit. It'll keep your shoulders right on top of your hips and keep you in a nice balanced position. Good stuff. About 10 more seconds. And now we come back to the middle and right back to that nice march. Arms and legs move. Remember, you're breathing. Make sure you're breathing. Now we're going to go side to side to side. So little steps, and then intermix that with some bigger steps as you move side to side. Side to side. Side to side to side. Little tiny steps, big steps. About 15 more seconds. Mix it up a little bit. We want to challenge our body with various movements, always different kind of movements to keep us challenged. Keep us healthy and strong, well balanced. Back to center. Let's just go back to a neutral position. Okay, one leg back, one leg forward, bend your knees, rock your movement side to side. If you're using the yoga mat, just use that width of the yoga mat to make this movement. Again, this could be like really maybe slow or fast, so big steps, little steps. You want to control the balancing movements. I often say that, we try and stay up and not lean over, but if you're doing it intentionally and you want to lean over, then you're challenging the movement, and that's okay to do when you're doing it intentionally. You can lean forward, challenge the movement, come back to center, reset, mark it out. Great job. Keep your shoulder heads down, but lift the arms up high and then down. Up and down. Up and down. Maybe go fast and then slow it down. And then go fast and then slow it down. You want to avoid this action. Keep your shoulders down, move through the arms, elbows are locked here so that the movement is through the shoulder capsule. Nice job. Big, huge circle, super good for shoulder health. Drop your arms down. Let's reset. This time the arms are going to go to the side, and instead of going overhead, we're going to cross in the front. Yeah, keep the arms straight. Arms stay straight. Cross in that different pattern every time. Cross up, cross down. Open, close. Great job, everyone. Good stuff. And drop the arms back down. And let's just pick up our pace. We're going to move side to side in that modified jumping jack without the jump. So it's step, reach, come back, step, and reach. Side to side. Interchange the movement between fast and slow. You're going to go fast and a little bit slower. Fast for 1 or 2 or 3, and then slower. Change it up. Side, side, side step, side step. Come back to middle, back to lunge. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna do a side step, but it's more of a curtsy step. So curtsy back, center, curtsy this way, back. Switch, switch. So it's a slight bend of the knees. Arms go up. One leg goes behind and off to the side. Great job. 20 more seconds. Get those arms up in this windmill type fashion. This is so good for your shoulders. And when I say you, I also mean you. Very, very, very good for our shoulders. Just arm strength here. Okay, and then back. Great job, everybody. I'm going to step to the left with my right leg. Do that little clap, clap behind you, switch, and then just float side to side, nice and light. As you clap, 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 clap and clap, step to the side. Great job. Fifteen more seconds. A few more. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. And back to center. All right, legs start to go a little bit wider. Turn the toes out slightly, upper body rotation to punch to the side. Keep your hips moving forward. Rotate upper body only. Keep the arms up, punch, punch, side. So you're turning the shoulder and then punch. Turn your shoulder, punch. A full rotation. You're trying to get that one shoulder ahead of you, and then you punch it out. Look to where you're punching to for the direction of movement. Keep those hips square. Try and keep equal weight into both feet. Notice if the weight is shifting. Equal weight into both feet for balance. And then we shift side to side, side to side, side to side. We come back. 10 minutes in the books. We're halfway there already. Great stuff for Friday. Halfway there. So. Okay, arms reach up and overhead. Just reach the arms up and keep them there. So let's focus attention on reaching to the ceiling. Avoid too much arm movement. Keep your arms locked and move your legs. Good job, everyone. Good stuff. "15 more seconds. Arms getting heavy. Oh yeah. Okay, drop the arms. Let's go back to strong marching movement. I always find when I drop the arms, the blood goes into the space. I can just really start to move quite nicely here. Okay. Take the right arm up. Left hand to the right leg, and then switch. Switch and switch. Okay, go pretty quick here. And try to kick up versus leaning forward. Okay, so you're kicking up high. You can even challenge yourself a little bit by not bringing the one arm down so far, so it's more of a kick up. Any of these types of movements are all good. Kick, kick. So we're trying to touch the knees without leaning forward. 10 more seconds or so. Mix it up between a rapid movement and a bit of a slower movement. So interchange the movement. Bring the arms back down as we reset. Stuff. Take the hands behind your head. Kick the knee up to the elbow. Up, up. So again, I'm not dumping, I'm just kicking to the side here. Keep the elbows level. Side body crunch. You can step, you can hop, or change and balance a bit by moving quickly, then slower, then more rapidly. "15 more seconds or so. Woo! Let's just go. Keep on going. Keep on breathing and moving. Drop those arms down as we reset again. I'm going to start to take the legs a little bit wider. I'm going to bend my knees, look forward, touch the floor, or close to it. Lift the arms up and repeat. This is like a wide-legged squat. Touch the floor, reach the arms up. Challenge your body movement through the pace that you're keeping. Could be fast for a little bit, slow for a little bit. This intermittent movement between fast and slow is what keeps our physical body very challenged and creates growth in the muscle tissue so we get stronger. It's functional movement so the muscles don't get big and bulky. They're functional. Back to center, legs together, reset. That's what we're trying to build here, functional strength. Great stuff. Good. How about some heel kicks? Right arm up, kick behind you, switch, 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 switch. You're gonna notice I'm not doing this. I'm just kicking the leg, reaching up, trying to keep my shoulders up right on top of my hips. Okay, go fast and then go slow. Intermittent speed. Intermittent speed. 10 more seconds here. Great job, everyone. All right, arms down. 15 minutes gone. 5 minutes left to go. Just 5 minutes. Great job. All right, we're going to move into a bit of a static lunge position. Right leg forward, left leg back. Bend your knees and start to punch down. Slight bend in the knees, slight bounce. Start to punch up and work your way all the way up, full range of motion, and then down. Again, pick this up between a very fast pace and then a bit of a slower pace. Change it up. 15 more seconds. The punching is a full range of motion up and down. Okay, legs back together, reset for 15 seconds, and then we'll do the other leg. Other side. Great job, everybody. Okay, left leg forward, right leg back. A little bit of a bounce. Let's move through that range of motion again. Punch down, look straight ahead, punch upwards. You're gonna punch the ceiling, punch the wall as you come down, and then you're going to punch the floor. You work your way up the wall, up the ceiling, down the wall, to the floor, and repeat. A few more seconds, 10 more. And back to center, we want to reset now. Good stuff, let's go. You're gonna bring your hands to your chest. Hands together, and then into your chest. You're going to squat, come up and punch off to the side. Squat, punch to the other side. Get low, punch, low, punch. Side to side movement. And look up. Bend your knees to get close to the floor as we move side to side. Squat, punch, squat, punch. 15 more seconds. Great job, everyone. 10 more seconds. Get low in that squat, come up high when you punch. Last one, there we go, good stuff. Whew. Okay, we're gonna move into some under leg kicks. You're going to kick and kick and kick and kick. Clap the hands underneath the leg. So I've switched now to mouth breathing. But every once in a while, I'm gonna close my mouth. Breathe a couple times through the nose, and then if I feel I need it, I'm going to open my mouth. Otherwise, nose only. And even though you've got vigorous body movement, you want the breath slow and deep. Body can move vigorously. Keep the breath long, slow, and deep. Back to center. This is our last minute. Let's go. 1 full minute now. Try and breathe occasionally through your nose if you can. Maybe once or twice. maybe 10 times. Play with it. "30 seconds coming up. Here we go, 30 seconds. Imagine if your nose was plugged. Boy. 10 seconds coming up. Remember how was fastest and safest for this last 10. Here we go, gang. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And finally, done that 20 minutes. Great job, everybody. Good stuff. Let's have a quick reset. Turn the music down a little bit. We're working upper body, some lower body stuff as well. So some hip mobility today and into the arms for these bicep curls. Let me just open up my program for the day and we'll start to get into that. Okay, where are we? What are we doing? Okay. And remember, gang, too, whenever we're in this mobility session, if there's something you're not quite sure about that we're doing, you can ask me at any time while we're doing the work, okay? So I'm happy to just engage with you that way if there's something that we're doing that's just not quite lining up. Okay, I don't have weights with me, so we're just going to play with this. Okay, what we're going to do is have the palms facing forward. This is a preacher type curl. What I'm going to do here is keep the palms facing forward, the arms roughly in this position. I'm going to take the legs a little bit wider, wide-legged squat. Let's pulse 1, 2, 3 times. Stand up and then do the same. Keep the elbows tight. Don't squeeze the weight with your hand, you're squeezing your bicep. You'll do this 3 times. Lower. Do it again 3 times. Stand up and repeat. Okay, so about 45 seconds as we cycle through. One, 2, 3. Nice. Good work. I'm going to come up. Squeeze your bicep, not the weight. Last one. And then you come up and we'll do one more. 3 times. 2 and 3. Okay, very good. Okay, next one. Number 2. Okay, now we had the palms facing forward. It works the long head. Now we're going to work the short head by turning the palms to face in. This is going to be in a lunging position of any kind. So I'm going to step the right leg back. You can bring the right knee close to the floor if that's accessible to you and hold here low, palms facing in, and then keep your shoulder. Let's do this at first actually. You're going to lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Keep them down, and then bicep curl. Focus the attention on the squeeze, release. And when I say squeeze, I don't mean the weight. I'm talking about your bicep. Think about the flexion. It's as if you were doing that bicep flexion. Squeeze. Squeeze. You can incorporate that when your arms are straight and legs are straight. You can come down, come up. Tap the knee, come up. So we combine, this is a compound movement. Lots of body parts, lots of muscle. Any amount here, so any little bend, maybe go down all the way, maybe not. Take a break. Switch. Left side. Leg goes behind. Maybe bend all the way and then come up. Notice I'm not leaning forward. I'm staying fairly tall here. I'm bending the knees to get closer to the floor, and then combining that with the bicep curl. Great job, everyone. Maybe get a little bit lower. Whoop. Hold balance. Couple more. And last one. And we'll take a quick break. Okay, that was number 2. We're doing 6 of them today. Number 3. And bring your palms a little closer together. What we're going to do here, let me just show you. So palms together. You can do this with one weight or a weight in each hand. You're going to step to the side, bend your knees, lean to the side, and then do that bicep curl. Come up, step back, go up to the other side, bicep curl, and then back again to that center position. From center, arms straight, legs straight. Side, other side. Side, lateral movement, side. Any amount here, even if you just go a little bit, or if you go a lot. Full range of motion, think about full range of motion. Whatever your range of motion is, try and get all of it. And these compound movements, multi-muscle and joint movements are what creates that functional health and functional strength. One more. And back to center, reset, good stuff. Okay. The hammer curl, the one that we do with the palms facing forward, it works your bicep muscle, but also works this muscle right here in the forearm, because this action here is both the bicep and this muscle right here. What I'm going to do here is take the legs a little wider, hold the weights at my side, and I'm going to lean forward a little bit, make the weight heavier. Bicep curl, row. So you bring the elbows back, not out. Elbows come back. Release the arms. Bicep curl, and then send the elbows up to the ceiling. So it's like you're squeezing between your shoulder blades. And then you release and repeat and squeeze. And down. You can lean forward a lot. You can even go into more of a lunge position if you want to lean a lot. Back, squeeze, release. Curl, back, release. If you're leaning over like I am, you don't want to look down. There's no really need to do that. Look up. Row, curl, release, up and down. And if you are doing a lunge like I am, switch your legs. Curl, squeeze, release. Good stuff. Up, squeeze, release, up, squeeze, and release. Oh, that feels good. One more. And then release. Even without weights, just the movement itself is a great, great thing to do. Okie dokie. Now, we've been doing a couple with the palms in, which also, as I said, works the forearm. Now we're going to do the palms turning out, more of a preacher curl. And this is a curtsy lunge. So I'm going to step to the side, bend the knees, bicep curl, and then come back to neutral. I always reset, and I switch to the other side. So even if you do a little bit, notice I'm trying to do this very, very slowly. So I'm not dragging the foot on the ground. I'm hovering into the position, trying to do this almost slow motion so that my core body strength can take me through the movement in a very controlled like fashion. Super good for balance. I'm almost trying to do this slow motion. We don't require speed when we do this type of work. So I notice here when I do this, I can go really deep, easy. When I do this, Yep, it's consistently tight right from the start, even here in this movement. So I may want to hang out here for a second longer, just to try and get deep. This is easy. This is rusty. So I go a little bit deeper, hold, come up. I want to challenge my body to go through the range of motion equally as best as I can. And one more time. Oh, definitely much more challenging on this one side for me. Okay. And one more, and I believe that we're done for today. So let's take our legs a little bit wider. You're going to bring are we doing palms in, palms out? We're going to do the palms in. You're going to bend your knees in this wide-legged sumo squat, bicep curl. Come on up, keep the hands here. Press straight up, bring the weight down. Drop the arms so arms and legs are straight. Then we come back, press it up. So we move from a bicep curl to a full shoulder press overhead, as well as a wide-legged squat. There we go. One last one. Do one more. Okay, arms, legs straight. Now I'm going to bend both arms, legs. Press up, all the way up, and then back down to neutral position. Alrighty. Happy Friday, everybody. That is our work for today. Good job taking us right up to the top of the hour. Whew, feels good. Sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. I'm going to go for a swim. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. I am traveling back tomorrow. I'll be back at Primal on Sunday for yoga. So for those of you that care to join, I will be back for yoga on Sunday morning.
Sounds great. Travel safe.
Looking forward to being back in town. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And we will see you all Sunday.
Of course.
Thanks.
Back in town. Thank you. Bye-bye.